Most people don't think about retirement the wrong way because they're careless. They think about it the wrong way because life keeps moving, and retirement keeps feeling like someone else's problem, something for future you to figure out. But here's what nobody talks about. There comes a point where retirement stops feeling distant. It starts feeling real, and by the time that shift happens, most people realize they've been counting on time they've already spent. I want you to picture someone. Let's call him David, late 40s, solid job, decent income, nothing broken on the surface. From the outside, David's doing fine, but there's this one thing he keeps quietly pushing to the back of his mind. Retirement. Not because he doesn't care, but because there's always been a reason to wait, a bill to handle, a situation to stabilize, a better time just around the corner. And honestly, that's not a David problem. That's a human problem. Here's something I want you to sit with, and because it connects everything I'm about to say. The feeling of I still have time doesn't vanish overnight. It doesn't hit you like a wall. It fades quietly, almost invisibly. And the dangerous part? Life never interrupts you to say, hey, you're running out of runway. It just keeps going. So here's the question I want you to hold on to for now. Why do most people only realize they're behind when it already feels too late to catch up? Don't answer it yet. Just keep it close. David keeps doing what most of us do. Work, bills, weekends, routines, and every time retirement floats into his head, he does what feels perfectly reasonable. He pushes it forward. I'll get serious about this next year. Once things settle down, I'll start saving more. I've still got time. And for years, life doesn't argue with him until one day, something small happens. It's not dramatic. No big crisis, no financial collapse. David's at work and a new hire joins the team. Young, probably mid-20s, and at some point during the day, completely naturally, they call him sir. No disrespect, no edge to it, just a word. But it lands differently than he expected because it doesn't feel like a title. It feels like a gap, a time gap. And in that moment, David's not doing math about money. He's doing math about years. How many he has left in the workforce. How many before things really slow down. How many before the decisions he keeps deferring become the decisions he has to live with. And now, that question from earlier comes back. Why do people only realize they're behind when it already feels late? Here's the honest answer. Because life doesn't show you falling behind in real time. It shows you the gap after enough time has already passed. You don't feel the slow drift. You only feel the arrival. And by the time it registers, a lot of things that felt flexible don't feel flexible anymore. David doesn't panic. That's the part most financial content gets wrong. They make it sound like this moment is a breakdown. It's not. It's a realization. He starts seeing retirement not as a distant concept, but as a timeline he's already inside. And that changes everything about how he sees his present choices. Because the question stops being, when should I start? And starts being, what has all this time been building? Here's where I want to be straight with you. Most people don't realize they're unprepared during the comfortable years. They realize it when life starts to slow, when the options get smaller, when the flexibility quietly shrinks, when time stops feeling like something you have plenty of and starts feeling like something you're spending. And at that point, it's not a planning conversation anymore. It's a time remaining conversation, and time doesn't negotiate. So the question was never really, is retirement close or far? The real question is this: is the life you're living right now building something that still works, when work is no longer the center of it? Because here's the hard truth that most people avoid. For the majority of people, that answer only becomes clear when the window to change it has already started closing. And that's not meant to scare you. It's meant to do what David's moment did for him: make the future feel real today, while you can still do something about it.